It's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Vicki, it's time to visit with the friendly neighborhood advisor. How you doing?
Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, George. You're right. It's time for us to get a visit from the friendly neighborhood advisor. I'm not going to delay this long at all. I just want to encourage everybody to subscribe and share. We're having a lot of fun, okay, with each one of our segments each week. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Mr. Michael Jennings, friendly neighborhood advisor, so that he can go ahead and fill us in on some very exciting and interesting news for this week. Mike?
Absolutely. Thank you, Vicki. So what I wanted to come on the show and talk about today is the fact that, we live in a world of instant information and misinformation. Because of social media, something could happen anywhere in the world and we would know about it almost instantly. Most of us are highly connected and chronically online, as they like to say. But we also live in a world where we can receive too much information, right? And not just about a wide range of topics, but also in people's personal lives as well. I can't tell you how many times a day I scroll down Facebook and I learn something about someone that I really have no business knowing or needing to know. So we're in this era of people just constantly oversharing information. And a lot of people tend to take advice from others on social media, especially those with a larger following, because people perceive that following to mean that a person is credible. But a lot of that info, these people share is usually presented in a general sense because, it has to reach a wide audience. Now, what we have to remember with everyone's personal finances comes their own circumstances. And people tend to only highlight the good aspects of their lives on social media. So trying to follow these trends or doing things that other people do can lead to making unfit financial decisions and having financial anxiety. Now, that's something that I have just recently learned about. So I'm going to ask you too, do you know what financial anxiety is?
Let's see. Is that getting nervous about situations, worried about will I have enough money to pay the bills? Will I have enough money on retirement? Will I have enough money to get to the end of the month?
I think George is already anxious.
Sounds like it, right?
Well, how did I do? Is that financial anxiety?
Yes, you're exactly right, George. It's exactly what it sounds like. And it's the feeling of anxiety when it comes to personal finances. Vicki, we had a meeting recently where a client expressed that they experienced this because their financial situation changed within the last year or two, and they're not as comfortable discussing it as they were before. And this is a common thing for everyone. Most people don't have the luxury of being able to spend their money without much care or thought. So what they tend to do is that they avoid the situation as much as possible. I'm sure there's been a moment where we were all there, and we all have been a bit hesitant to check our bank balances, especially after we paid some bills off. So when people are hesitant to personally tackle their finances in the way that they should, they become more prone to looking for quick bites of information from someone else. Now, there are a number of financial tools and solutions available and accessible to people, but there is no one tool that is suitable for every single individual across the board. Many social media users or influencers, they really don't take the time to explain how this information has to be utilized on an individual basis. Just last October, Kim Kardashian, who is one of the world's biggest influencers, was actually charged by the SEC for apparently endorsing a cryptocurrency on a social media post and not divulging that it was in fact a paid ad. And that ended up costing her $1.26 million for a simple social media post, right? Now, none of what I'm saying is to discourage people from looking for this information. As advisors, a lot of our clients are less knowledgeable about certain financial topics, But we also love when clients come to us with research on their own. This engagement, this advisor-client engagement leads to learning and the sharpening of financial knowledge for both parties involved. So just some simple tips that I want to share with everyone for today around this topic is to just take everything that you see on social media with a grain of salt. Evaluate the information you're receiving and also who you're receiving it from. Another thing is to just stop comparing your situation, your personal situation, to other people's situation, right? Again, most people only tend to show the good things about their lives. You might see someone on Instagram who's on vacation every month, but what you don't see is that they ran up 3 or 4 credit cards to do so. Don't let this financial anxiety lead you to impulsive spending or compulsive spending. When people are nervous, they want comfort, and they usually find that in spending money on things to make them feel that comfort. For me, it's food. I love food. I will drop money on some good food whenever I feel like it, whenever I get a little down in the dumps. But also, we have to remember to just take the time to organize our finances, know where everything is, so that when you're ready to talk to a professional, you're prepared.
Michael, I want to know what that go-to food is, though. Can you holler? What's that food you trying to avoid, Michael?
Oh my! It's everything. It's everything. Honestly, it's everything. It's fast food. It's restaurants. I will go on Grubhub. I will go on Toast Tab and just order something. Listen, our office is right down here next to Armory Square. There's plenty of good restaurants around here. Sometimes I'll just order something, and so by the time I leave the office, I'll be home with a nice meal.
You already said a couple of sites I don't even know. So you are
what was he
serious
talking about? What? Toasty?
Toast
Woasty?
Tab. Yeah, right. He said Toast
What is
Tab.
Toasty?
I never heard of that.
Okay.
I guess you guys aren't as chronically online as I am.
I see. Michael, do you have something coming up that people may want to check out soon?
Yes, I am. I'm having I've been in the business for over 3 years now. So I'm having a little bit of a celebration for that. So yes, be sure to check your emails and you may receive an invitation for that.
You just might. All right.
And also feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about what I spoke about today, or if you're finally ready to get your finances in order, feel free to give me a call, 315-748-5540.
All right, there you go. All right, Vicki, speaking of food, what you think about our plate right now?
Well, I think at this point, George, I can confidently say that our plate is full.
All right, don't forget, remember to subscribe and share this video when you see it. All right, Vicki Brackens and our friendly neighborhood advisor, Michael Jennings. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. She is America's money maven.